forgetting that this is not a trial.
Yeah, I know. It's only a preliminary hearing.
That's exactly what it is. And listen, the judge is going to determine if there's sufficient evidence to bring it to trial.
Which means if they do, that means they think I'm guilty, right?
This is not a judgment of innocence and guilt.
Julia, come on, please. They're not going to put me on trial if they think I'm innocent.
Rick, even if they decide to have the trial, it'll take a while before that happens. So in the meantime, we will find the hooker. We will get you an alibi for the night of Haley's rape.
All right, so I just got to hang on to my hope. I mean, she's out there somewhere, right?
She is, and we'll find her.
Pretty convincing, you know that? Maybe with you arguing my case, who knows, I might decide to drop all the charges today.
I hope so.
Look, no matter what happens, I want you to know that I think you're the best. And I'm very grateful for everything that you've done for me.
I'm just doing my job.
So, does being an attorney include the duties of babysitting?
I hardly think that those are duties, babysitting. I think it's fun, and I should thank you because you're giving me a chance to practice being a parent.
Yeah, I was getting the distinct impression you weren't saying something to me.
I'll spell it out. I'm pregnant.
You really went through with it?
Yeah, I did.
Who's the lucky father?
I know it isn't easy.
I can't do this. I don't want to do this.
When you testify, just tell them the truth.
I hate the thought of facing Brick. You know, he's always been a friend to me, but if he was the man who tried to rape me...
The jury will decide that.
I just wish I could identify the man, but I was so scared that night. And now with the accident and Eden losing her baby, I know I just want so mixed up.
You haven't forgotten what he did to you, tried to do to you.
No, but the only reason he didn't hurt me was because of the pregnancy. Mason, what am I going to tell them?
The truth.
But I lied to Keith, remember? What am I going to say when they ask me why I didn't tell him about my pregnancy?
You know, you don't have to carry me. I can walk.
I don't want any arguments. The doctor said you weren't supposed to exert yourself. Now, just take it easy.
Well, I'm going to take it easy on this couch.
Well, you can get some rest. You were tossing and turning all night. I know you didn't get any sleep.
You didn't get any sleep in that chair either. I watched you.
I'm fine. I just wish I could stick around here all day.
I understand you have to go to the courthouse to testify for Brick's hearing.
Maybe I could get your mama to hang out with you, huh?
No, she's got to be there, too. I understand. Just as long as you come home and fuss over me.
All right, you got a deal. In the meantime, why don't you feast your eyes on this particular book?
What is this?
This
is
the
beautiful.
Wasatch Mountains in Utah. This is Bigfoot country, pal, and I'm going to take you to this cabin right there as soon as you are better.
Well, it seems like a wonderful place to relax.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I was thinking it might even be a pretty cool place to get hitched.
You want to get married there?
Well, why not? It's a perfect place. I mean, look how beautiful. We don't need some big fancy wedding.
Well, Cruz, I know why you're doing this.
Yeah, me too. I'm in love with you.
You're afraid that the doctor's going to call and tell me I can't have any children anymore.
I told you that doesn't make any difference. No matter what that doctor says, you're stuck with me. Might as well get used to it. Ain't nothing gonna change it. You will forgive me, but I gotta go to the courthouse.
I hope things go well with Brick.
You let me and Julia worry about Brick. You just take care of it. Can I get you something?
No.
I love you.
I love you.
See you.
Stop worrying. You're gonna understand that you were upset after the attack.
Oh, yeah, I was so upset. I forgot I was pregnant. Come on, Mason.
Well, they're gonna understand that you didn't want to announce your pregnancy through the DA's office.
Mason, I had just used it to keep a man from raping me.
Then tell him you were embarrassed by that.
Oh, whatever happened to telling the truth?
Don't argue with me, okay? We both know what has to be said as far as the baby's concerned, and we know it's in everyone's best interest.
Oh, How did things get like this? How did everything get so screwed up? I'm about to go in there and lie about why I covered up my pregnancy to protect another lie.
It's because our private lives are none of their business.
What about Cruz? Doesn't he deserve to know about this baby if it's the only one he may ever have?
Victoria, we discussed this.
But Mason, things have changed now. Eden may never have another child. Don't I have a moral obligation to Cruz?
You don't have an obligation to ruin their relationship.
The answers come so quickly to you, don't they? Mason, what if a woman was carrying your child and she didn't want you to know about it? Would you want that baby to be born and grow up and spend its whole life without ever knowing you were its father? You couldn't deal with that, could you?
It would be very painful. Which is why Cruz can never know. Victoria, I know what kind of life a child has who grows up torn between two parents. I don't want that for this baby. I don't think you do either.
No, I want the best for my baby.
And we can provide that. You and I.
You're right, Cruz can't ever know. Guess I've known that from the beginning.
Why don't you sit down and try to relax, huh? I've got to go check a trial date in the calendar office. Will you be all right?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Hi.
Hi.
Listen, you don't have to testify for about a half hour, so if you've got something else to do.
Great. Has he come out yet?
Jack Benton? No. And I don't think that it's a good idea for
Well,
you.
you know, I had a run-in with him last night in Purgatory. He was several sheets to the wind. You know that he's been arrested 3 times before this for drunken driving.
Yeah, I know.
His lawyers got him off with a slap on the wrist every time.
That's not going to happen this time.
The guy is a pro, Julia. You should have seen the runaround he gave us on the breathalyzer test, like he'd done it 1,000 times before.
Come here. We've got witnesses this time. That is not going to happen. You have to have a little faith in the system. You're part of it, too, you know.
Mr. Benton.
Who are you?
I am the father of the baby you murdered. I just wanted to see you again.
Hey, look, it was an accident, believe me. I mean, if I had it to do over
You'd
again...
what? This is the 4th time you got busted for driving drunk out of your mind, is it not?
Hey, now, look, you know, wait a minute. I said I'm sorry. Now, I don't want to have to stand there...
You're sorry? Cruz, did I? Cruz. Back off. He's not going to walk away from this.
Fine, Mason, fine. You're so lucky, man. You're so lucky.
At least I didn't kill a white kid. I want that man's name. I want a lawyer, and I want that man's name, and I want his too.
My name is Mason Capwell, and I am a lawyer. Here's my card. Get rid of it.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What did he say to you?
Nothing. I'm gonna go put some ice on this.
Better see how Brick's doing. Excuse me.
Cruz, I know how difficult this must be for you.
That's okay. Excuse me, I'm gonna talk to Julia.
Cruz?
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
I just came from the hospital. They told me you'd been released.
Yeah.
Are you feeling all right? Oh, baby, I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Daddy.
I'm so sorry.
What do you know about the baby? See, you have a chance.
Your mother and I were so worried about you.
Oh, I'm fine. I really am fine.
Sure you are. What are you doing up? Now, sit down and get some rest. Come on. Where's Cruz?
Oh, he had to testify at Brick's hearing.
All right. I've got to pick your mother up and take her over there. I don't suppose you heard anything from the doctors yet, have you?
No, not yet. Look, I want to show you something. What do you think of this?
Oh, think about it. It's beautiful. What about
Chris is going to take me here as soon as the doctors say it's all right.
You're kidding. It's wonderful. We're good to get away from... Oh, it's a beautiful place.
Well, he's just not going to take me there. We're going to get married there.
What? Well, you're really going to make it tough on your mother and I, huh? All right, so I'll charter a plane and we'll take all the family and some friends up there.
Well, Cruz wants to have a private ceremony, just the two of us and the minister and his wife.
Honey, you can't do that. You know how much your mother and I want to be at your wedding. I mean, the whole family should be there.
Well, Cruz thinks it's a good idea, and I agree with him.
You really intend... Sweetheart, I really want to get into that now, because I know in a couple of days you're going to think this over, and you're going to want the whole family there. You know how good your mother and I felt when you were all there when we got married again? I know you'll be thinking clearly in a couple of days.
I'm thinking clearly. I told you I'm fine.
I know you did.
Why do you look at me that way? What do you want me to do? You want me to fall apart and start crying? Is that what you want? Look, I'm sorry, Daddy. Well, when you act this way, it's very hard on me.
You know how proud I am of you. How strong you are. How courageous you are. Darling, don't minimize the loss you've suffered. Pain doesn't go away in one day. Honey, it may never go away completely.
I really think that you should go be with Mama. She's going to need you today.
Sure. Get some rest, huh?
Promise.
You better promise. I'll talk to you. Oh, the doctors, I know they're going to have some good words for you. I know.
Oh, I hope so.
I'll
Thanks.
call you later.
Daddy?
What? What, Don?
I love you. And I'm glad you came, and I need you and Mama a lot. You really are the greatest. Hello? Yes, this is Eden Capwell. Yes, Doctor, I've been expecting your call.
Mason. Cruz? Victoria, I need to talk to you.
Well, I was just asking Cruz.
Would you excuse us?
Can it wait? I know you're as concerned about Eden as I am.
Well, of course, why?
I was just asking Cruz if they'd heard from the doctor yet.
Have you heard anything?
Well, no, she was still waiting when I left.
Boy, it seems like it's taken forever.
To tell you the truth, I hope they don't call until I get home.
Well, I hope you hear something soon, and hope it's good news.
Thank you, Mason. How's your hair?
Okay.
Well, I appreciate your support. Both of you. Excuse me.
Sure. Sorry.
For what?
When I saw you with Cruz, I automatically thought that, well, I had no right to jump to conclusions.
That's right.
It was wrong of me.
Yes, it was.
You have a right to be angry.
I'm not angry. I'm sad. You seem to trust me less now than when we first met.
I thought Cece would be here by now.
He does understand how important it is. Yes, he knows how important it is.
I'm sure it's not easy for him to believe in Brick's innocence with the evidence, the supposed evidence that keeps him in jail.
He thinks Brick is innocent.
I hope so. You know, if we don't leave for the courthouse now, we'll never make it on time. I really do understand why you'd want to wait for CC, but our son needs us badly. It'd be a great favor to me if we leave now.
Hello.
I was worried about you. Is Eden all right?
She's fine. She's at home. I haven't heard from the doctor yet. I'm sorry I'm late.
That's all right.
We better get going, I guess.
If you'd like, Lana, we could give you a ride over to the courthouse.
That's very nice of you, CC. I have my car. I'll drive myself, so thanks.
Fine.
Cruz, I know this is the last place you want to be right now.
I'm fine, Julia. I just hate to leave Eden alone right now.
I know. I've arranged for you to testify first, so you should be out of there very quickly.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
We better get in there.
Yeah, listen, will you give me a minute? I'm gonna call Eden.
Tell her I'm pulling for her.
I will. Come on, baby, answer the phone.
Hello?
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be resting.
I couldn't rest till I saw your face.
What is it?
I talked to the doctor. I'm gonna be all right.
You're gonna be all right.
There's no reason we can't have all the kids we want.
Oh. Thank God.
Mother, committed suicide last November.
There's no doubt.
None, miss.
I'd like to talk to the investigator myself, if that's possible.
Don't have to put yourself through that.
She was my mother. You might not have cared about it, Dad, but I want to find out everything I can.
Maybe you should try to talk to Jeffrey.
I tried that. It's a dead end.
What are you planning to do about him?
I'm not planning to do anything.
You certainly must be curious about him.
The man means nothing to me.
He's your brother, Mason.
Half-brother. It's a biological fact, nothing more.
He saved your life last night.
Which he quickly pointed out was nothing personal. I tried to make peace with him. I was even willing to forgive him for keeping my mother's death from me all this time. He turned his back on that. Wouldn't tell Ed. Wouldn't tell me anything about her life these past few years. I can't forgive him for that, Dad. He's no brother of mine.
Hi. Didn't expect to see you back here so soon. How'd it go?
I don't know. They just wanted the facts, which for the moment are doing Brick more harm than good, but that's gonna change.
Well, he knows that you're on his side.
Yeah, he does. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. A lot more relieved now that I heard from the doctor.
I know what you mean.
I know you do.
So you must be exhausted.
Actually, I'm just exhausted from people telling me I should be exhausted.
Oh, you must not be exhausted then. However, to appease your overly protective fiancé, you are going to lie down, right?
Fiancé. I like that.
I like it too.
You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking since I got back home.
Yeah, about what?
Well, when I heard from the doctor, I couldn't think about anything but telling you the good news. And I think I realized that I wasn't just only relieved, but that I was hiding from a lot of things.
I think both of us were hiding.
Losing that baby was harder for me than I want to admit. And the thought of never having any other children It was the worst possible thing for me to imagine.
I am so sorry it happened, Donna. It shouldn't have.
I think it would have been worse if we knew about the pregnancy and we were planning on it. But even though I didn't know about the pregnancy, I feel like I've lost something very special inside me. I feel we've been cheated. And I am very unhappy that we can't be happy about it. That we have to mourn it.
Look, you know, maybe we should talk about this some other time.
I'm sorry.
Don't you want to get a little rest, huh?
You're pushy.
Yeah, well, even Wonder Woman needs to get some rest once in a while.
I'll go to sleep if you stay here with me.
That's a deal.
Excuse me. Is it over?
Yes, Mr. Wallace has been bound over to be tried for sexual assault.
Oh.
Brick, it's only a setback.
Yeah,
We're going to prove you're innocent.
Sure we will, Dad. It'll be fine.
Rick, we can still get you out on bail if you'll let us.
No, I think staying in jail is the best thing right now.
Rick, you said you wanted to see your son.
Yeah.
Love you.
Mm.
Get me out of here.
Rick, don't.
Boy, I'm sure glad that's over.
You think I handled everything all right?
Yeah.
You know, when they asked me that question about why I didn't tell the DA about my pregnancy,
You
do think they
answered them
believed-
perfectly, and you told nothing but the truth about what happened that night.
Oh, it felt awful to see Brick in handcuffs.
If he's innocent, it'll come out in the trial.
I hope you're right.
You've had a hectic day, haven't you? On top of everything that happened last night.
Well, I'm fine. I just hope Eden is okay.
Told you. The doctor told Cruz that Eden was going to be fine. She'll be able to have children.
I know, but she still lost a baby, Mason.
You want to tell me what else is bothering you?
I haven't just been thinking about Eden losing her baby. I've been thinking about you, too. If I had lost my baby, you wouldn't be tied to me anymore.
Victoria, I married you because I wanted a life with you. When are you going to believe that?
I'm sorry. I know I've been acting like a crazy person since the accident, but I just want everything to be right for us.
It will be.
Eden losing her baby made me realize it could happen to me, too. Mason, what if after this child is born, I find out I can't have any more children? Then we couldn't have a baby of our own.
Wouldn't make any difference. We'll just love the one you do have that much more.
I do love
Hi, I'm sorry to bother you. I just wondered if Cruz had been over.
No, he hasn't come in.
Oh, thanks. I was asleep. I thought maybe he went for a walk.
Are you sure that it's okay for you to be out?
Oh, I'm fine. I just needed some rest.
Cruz told me that the doctor said that there were no complications.
Yeah, that's what they said. No complications.
I'm sorry. I just meant that.
I didn't interrupt you from work or anything, did I?
No, I was just trying to do this little do-it-yourself crib here.
Yeah, I think maybe I just wanted to get out of the house for a little while. I've been alone and
I'm sorry.
What have you got to be sorry about? I mean, you're just putting something together for your baby, and you shouldn't apologize for being able to have a baby. You know, Cruz and I will be here for you if you need anything.
Oh. Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I didn't want to say.
I'm really sorry. It's just the more I think about, you know, losing the baby, the worse I feel.
You know, I think it's okay.
I'm
for you. It's okay for you not to be fine. I think you need to be with Cruz right now. I mean, I know that if something happened to my baby, I would want to be with the father. With the man that I loved. Oh, honey.
Mason, do you need some help?
Absolutely not.
Look, I really wouldn't mind helping you at all.
I would mind.
Okay, you win. Tell me more about that private detective that your father hired.
Well, he's trying to track down a man who supposedly witnessed my mother's death. Mm-hmm. If he finds him, I want to talk to the guy myself. I want to find out everything I can about the last few days of his life. Hope this is all right.
Oh, well, that looks wonderful.
Yeah.
Look, you know, if you're going to go see that detective, I'd like to go with you. You've always been there when I needed you.
This may be something I need to work out by myself.
I really like to help.
No, I know you would, Victoria, but this is a special circumstance. Try to understand, huh? Can I get you anything else?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Good. Well, in that case, I need to go out for a little while.
Why?
Julia was in court all day, and I have to drop off some briefs that she needs to see before tomorrow.
I thought that's what messengers were for.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, messengers don't have legal degrees, and that makes it difficult for them to point out which passages need to be looked over and why they need to be looked over and all that. If it wasn't important, I wouldn't go.
I know.
I promise I won't be gone long.
I know what you're feeling. Because I feel that way, too. Sometimes I don't know whether I should fight it, or I should just come right out and cry. I don't know if it would do any good. I do know what's going to make it better, and that is if we share it. We lost our baby. And it hurts so much. But I don't know what I'm going to do if you don't share that with me.
I can't believe he did it.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he walked out on me that way. I looked for him outside the courthouse. He was gone.
Did you look at the house?
I called the house twice. He's not there. I don't know where he is.
He'll turn up.
Well, of course he'll turn up, but I just can't believe the way he's behaving.
You know something? You're being kind of tough on him.
You sound like you're defending him.
Maybe I am in this case. Hey, it surprises me as much as it does you.
There's no excuse for him to act this way.
Well, maybe not to you, but I kind of understand it. Imagine what it must be like for him, every time he looks at Brick, to remember that his wife and his worst enemy love her.
I thought we were beyond that.
I'm sure he's working at it. I mean, he did post Brick's bail. He even offered me a ride to the courthouse, but it must be rough. frankly, if I were in his position, I'd probably do exactly the same thing.
Julia's looking after Johnny again tonight.
Yeah, it's quite a lawyer I've got for myself.
Yeah. She wasn't very happy about how things turned out today.
No kidding. Anyway, she said that we'd probably end up going to trial. We. It's a real funny thing, as lawyers always say. It always crack me up. We have a preliminary hearing. We are going to trial. We have to appeal. When you go to prison, somehow it suddenly becomes very singular.
You're not going to prison, Rick.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I was just getting a little gloomy on you there.
Hey, you can get as gloomy as you like. Just as long as I know that you believe you're going to be cleared.
I do. I guess I was just hoping that we would have a miracle. All the charges would be dropped or something. I don't know.
You don't need a miracle. You're innocent. And just as soon as Julia gets her case together, she's going to prove that.
Yeah, right. In the meantime, I'm stuck in here. The main thing about it is I really miss my son.
Maybe I made a mistake today by bringing him to the courthouse. I know how much that upset you.
No. No, you did the right thing. I'm real glad that you came by tonight.
I thought you might need someone to talk to. But I don't want to become a nuisance.
You're not. Look, I was thinking, since you're spending so much time with Johnny, too, I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind coming by here and, you know, I just want to make sure that Johnny's doing okay and get first-hand information and stuff. Maybe you wouldn't mind just coming around and just talk.
I like that very much, Brick.
Johnny, don't you think that they would go from figure 1A4 to figure 1A5? Wouldn't that make sense? Yeah. Well, they don't. They go to figure 1A7, and they do that just so they can drive you crazy. And they are.
And
yeah, I agree, totally. Well, let's hope that's the mechanical wizard who can fix this for us, okay?
Caterpillar.
Yeah, caterpillar. No such luck, Johnny.
Beg your pardon?
What can I do for you?
Why, I brought over those briefs for you to look over for tomorrow.
Okay.
Actually, there are a couple of notes that we should go over together.
I see. Well, I guess you better come in then.
Well, how could I refuse such a generous invitation?
I'm sorry. I'm busy.
Yeah, I can see that. Looks like you've undertaken quite an ambitious project.
Yes,
I can handle it.
I'm sure you can.
Actually, I'm glad that you stopped by.
Why's that?
Well, I went to see the obstetrician the other day, and he asked me about my medical history. I hadn't thought about it before, but if there's something that I need to know about your medical history, I would appreciate it.
I assume you've sworn Johnny to a vow of secrecy.
I'm serious.
As usual, no. There's nothing foreboding in my medical background.
Well, if there is, let me know. They'd also like to know about the grandparents.
Well, my father's a sound specimen, physiologically anyway. I wouldn't want to delve into his psyche too far, though I doubt if that can be inherited.
What about your mother?
Actually, I knew very little about her.
Knew?
Yeah, my mother died.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I only found out yesterday.
That must be very upsetting for you.
I don't know how I feel. Actually, yes, I'm upset, but as I said, I hardly knew her.
I'm sorry. That must make it worse.
How so?
Well, it's like a double loss. Not knowing one of your parents and then losing them before you have the chance.
Yeah, every child should know who his parents are.
Is something wrong?
No. You just look, especially nice this evening.
I have a new dress. It's probably the new dress.
The dress, yeah, that's probably it. I like it a lot.
Thanks. Oh, we should probably start working on these briefs. Johnny! Johnny!
Hello.
Hello.
Look, I was going to call. Sit down, will you? Darling, look, will you sit down? Please, sit down. I was going to call and tell you where I was. No. I was going to call and apologize. I was going to... What I should have done was come over here to apologize in person. I should have done it before now, but... Look, baby, I really couldn't do it. I just couldn't bring myself to come over here. All right, now that I'm here, sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry to upset you. I didn't want to walk out on you before, but I couldn't help myself. I saw how upset you were. I wanted to hold you. I wanted to comfort you. I saw you hanging on to light. What am I supposed to... Oh, my stupid ego got in the way, that's all. It was idiotic, foolish jealousy. I couldn't help it. Can't help being so madly in love with you. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Tell me off. I deserve it.
I only have one thing to say to you, Cece.
What?
I want you to get me out of here and take me home right now.
Since when are you adverse to yelling in public places?
Sometimes I'm a little slow, too. I don't want to fight with you. I have never been more grateful for your love than I am tonight. And I've never needed it more.
I am so stupid.
Julia, will you stop it?
I am a grown woman. I know better than to keep things on the floor that a child can choke on.
It was an accident, Johnny. It's fine.
I know that. But if you hadn't have been here...
I was here.
I know,
And if I hadn't been here, you would have handled the situation.
I guess so. But I'm glad I didn't have to. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Sit down and relax. You're in worse shape than Johnny.
I'm all right. I think you better go.
And if I walk out right now, is that going to make us forget?
Mason, please.
You avoid talking about it unless I force you to. Think it's going to make it any easier?
No. No, I don't. But there obviously is no other choice. For all intents and purposes, this baby will not know his father.
Our baby. Nobody else here, Julia. You might as well say it.
In every way that matters, this baby will have one parent, and that parent will be me. So I'm not trying to forget. I never was. I am just trying to face reality. And the reality is that Victoria is carrying your baby. And you and Victoria will have your own family. This baby will be mine. And we both know that there is no other choice.
I just keep asking myself why a man like that I'm not going to be able to figure it out, Eden. I'm just glad that you came and found me.
Me too. It's important to share the bad times just as much as the good times. Maybe even more important.
Yeah. When things are going good, you think that you can't be touched. When things like this happen, you just got to keep your mind focused on the good times.
I think that's what gets people through. I know if I didn't have hope.
Yeah, hope. Gotta have hope. Hey. I want you to start wearing this now.
Oh, God, it's so beautiful.
Look, as soon as the doctor says that you're all right, as soon as you feel ready, I want to go away, just the two of us, and get married. We got something much more valuable than just hope.
We do.
Yeah. We have devotion that is beyond compare. And I know in my heart that it's only going to grow when our family comes. Oh, baby. And little kid's going to be running around, going to be filling us up with love till we burst. I have a vision. Tell me you believe it.
Oh, I do. With all my heart.
This afternoon on Main Street, meet Grammy winner Bruce Hornsby. Actors who played troubled teens, and baseball's Peter Uberoff tells what it's like to be the boss. Join host Brian Gumbel for all this and more on Main Street.